Hello everyone, thank you for coming up. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. This is a very serious act that has just happened amidst people. And it's a video that is actually going around, which I'm going to be leaving the video behind right after the conversation so that you can see what I am trying to say in this particular story. It's a moment where a coffin was being carried to a house with the pallbearers, those people that usually carry coffin. When the corpse is inside that coffin, you see some people would lift it by their shoulder, either 6 men, 3 on that side, 3 on the other side, and then take the coffin to either where it is meant to be laid into the ground. And they were claiming that this deceased has refused to be buried and instead was leading to the house of the person who killed her. In that, you were going to see that the coffin where they were carrying this lady to go and bury her, you see the men going round, turning round. They couldn't move to the place where they're meant to bury this lady. The lady was more in control. And everybody was screaming. People were surprised. And everybody got to understand what was happening. That this lady is not ready for her to be buried. All she wants to do is to lead them to who had actually killed her. This is very, very strange. Sometimes you just hear about these things happening and you don't see it. But this video was very, very clear. You're going to see that these men are still struggling. They will turn back again to go to the grave site so that they can bury her, but the lady is still refusing and controlling these men. You're seeing the men turning around and everybody's just running after them and screaming, and people got to know that all this lady is trying to do is just to show them the person that actually took her life away. And the group of men were seen carrying this coffin while being led to the entrance of the house by a strange force. All they know is that something was moving them. It was just controlling these guys. And the guys didn't leave the coffin. Ordinarily, they would drop the coffin. But that's to tell you that that force that was controlling it was so strong that even the guys could not let go of the coffin. The lady was so bent on ensuring that people would see who killed her. And witnesses said that the deceased is a victim of a ritual murder in Kent Village, and the house it was entering was alleged to be that of the ritualist that murdered her. This is very, very strange. And finally, this lady led them to the house of the person that actually killed them. And you could hear people screaming in the background that this person must come out. Guys, is this not very strange? Do things like this really happen in reality, in the sense that you would see it happening? Most times, the person would either have it in a form of a spiritual way that people wouldn't even see what's happening. Just later, you get to hear stories that either this person had confessed to killing somebody, but this one, she really did it openly so that everybody can actually see. This is very, very strange, and I'm sure a lot of people who are there who had loved ones that had passed away, people would now be saying they wish their loved ones were able to go and point out who killed them, especially for people that were actually murdered. You can see that this lady's spirit was not going to rest until the person that took her life away from her would serve the justice that she deserved to receive, despite the fact that she was already dead. Well, who knows? In some cases, you find out that the owner of the corpse, either a family member, would now go and evoke the spirit. They could go to ritual, they could go to all these native doctors and consult them that they should communicate with their late relative and let the person tell them who actually killed them. In some cases, it happens that way. Probably that may have been what has happened in the case of this lady. Maybe her people had also gone to evoke her spirit and said she should point out the person that actually killed her. Some of these things you could just hear them, but this, you see that this is real, it's actually happening. But one time ago, there was an incident that happened about a young lady who went to meet the man that she was meant to get married to. And unknown to her that this guy was into a very dirty business. And when she went there, she didn't tell him that she was actually coming. She just bumped into him and saw the friends that he had, saw all the things they had on the table, preparing to go and work that night. And when the lady ran in, she was shocked and she couldn't believe her eyes. And what she did was she ran away immediately because she knew that going into that particular house that night, she may not come out alive. And after this lady had run away, the other friends of the guy, her own fiancé, told them that they know she had already seen them and they can't leave her. The fiancé didn't have an option because his own friends, all they wanted was to ensure that they silenced the lady so she wouldn't go and expose them. Unfortunately for this lady, they caught up with her, and that was how she was murdered. And when this lady was murdered, her family members were trying to lay her to rest. The last words they said was, "Go and tell us who actually killed you." It was like a thing of drama, but this was actually happening real. Few days later, that guy, her fiance, confessed because the family members knew about them and they knew most times if they don't see her, she's always either in his own place. And then Hina came and told them a different story entirely from what really happened. That was before he had made his own confession. And after this lady had gone to meet him, I think it was like she tortured him physically and he was seeing her, and he now had to go and meet the parents openly, and he confessed to them and narrated how the whole incident happened and how she got killed. That was how this guy was sent to jail. So in some parts of Africa especially, that's where you see things like this happening, especially when families suspect that their loved one was actually killed by somebody. In some cases, they go to any length to ensure that whoever did this would come out and let them handle justice for their late relative. And sometimes the dead person, before the person may pass away, may tell the family members, "I would not rest until you people get the person that has done this to me." And then that is when the family will go to any length to ensure that what they request, the last request of their relative or child or sister or husband, wife has mentioned, that is how they expect it to be done for her or for him who has passed away. So different things like this happen. People going to different diabolical means. You see, some people will say they are communicating with the dead. All these things are spiritual forces that they actually use to get all of these answers that they need. But some people would rather let it be and let God handle it his own way. They leave vengeance up to God. Actually, Christians, some of them would not want to get themselves involved with act like this. But notwithstanding, guys, do you think that it should be right? And you know, sometimes your loved one would pass away in a very painful way when he or she don't even deserve that particular death. And out of worry and quest to know how the person died, that is when you see those family members who meet all those witch doctors or card readers to tell them who actually killed their loved ones. But do you think it's still okay? Should that be something that should be done? often from people who suspect that their loved one was actually killed by somebody else. Because this whole incident that has just happened openly like this in public has shown that some people spirits would not rest until you get hold of the person that took their lives away from them. Even though something like this is very scary when you see it, and at the same time, you will get to know that not all cops are willing to go down 6 feet without any vengeance. Guys, please, if you have anything to say, you can put that down at the comment section. It's a video that is actually going around, which I'm going to be leaving the video behind right after the conversation so that you can see what I am trying to say in this particular story. Nobody knows how it's going to end up for the person. And you know, sometimes some people, out of anger, they take the laws into their hands. Probably this person may not even be able to survive whatever he or she will be faced with from the crowd that is already present in that particular venue. Friends, please do not forget to hit on the like button. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you. God bless you all.
Hey guys, Wisdom Mensai here and welcome to the channel. There was a dramatic and a very shocking incident in the West African country of Sierra Leone where a dead person has refused to be buried but rather led the pallbearers to the house of the person who killed her. In a viral video that has emerged to that effect, the pallbearers could be seen being spiritually led to the house of the alleged murder in Kent, Freedom, that's the capital of Sierra Leone. The cops made several attempts to enter the house of the murderer on the day of the funeral, and in the video you could see the pallbearers being controlled by a strange force, taking them towards an entrance of a house. And according to the witness, the cop is said to be a victim of ritual murder in Kent village, and the house it was entering was alleged to be the ritualist that murdered her. So just take a look at the video and let me know what you think in the comment section below, and please do not forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates.
Ici, sur le coffin de tonton, ici, you man not go. You not go. You not go. You not go. Look at the tonton. Look at the tonton. Na tonton the tonton so. Look at the go. Don't go corner. Corner. Look at. Look at. Look at. Look at. pikin